Hey guys, welcome back to the compound and to the second episode of the winter series. So keeping the icy theme of this series going, today I'll be doing a frosty deco on this fluffy Eocarcharia. Since he is covered in some kind of fur and we're doing winter themed decos, the first design that came to my mind was a snowy Yeti. More specifically, the character Blizzard from the video game Primal Rage. Now, I did a video some time ago where I made a custom Blizzard, and you can check that out here if that's your thing, but the process and colors will relatively be the same for this repaint, except I'll be doing it on a dinosaur and not a giant King Kong figure. So since this deco is going to be fairly easy and simple, unlike the one that I did last week, I kind of needed to take a break from the complicated stuff and just do something easy to give my mind a break. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to this part, and I've got the figure primed in gray, and then I did a base coat of white all over the rest of the body. I also sculpted some extra fur on the hind legs with milliput, and I swapped the arms out with a more menacing pair of arms that have sharper looking claws and better texture. As far as the color scheme goes for this guy, he will be primarily white with a blue face, arms, legs, and underbelly. So I'm going to start off first by base coating all of those parts with matte black. And I'm not worried about being too neat at this point where that white fur meets the bare skin, because I'll be going back over it with some washes and some dry brushing to clean it all up and add some depth to the fur. With all the black sections done, now I'm going to start to build up my under highlights with several different shades of blue. Starting off first with a dark ultramarine blue, and I'm just taking my dry brush and hitting all of the raised areas. I'll then take some light blue and mix it into that dark blue to create a mid-tone, and I'll dry brush the figure again, and then I'll do my final highlight pass with just straight light blue and just lightly hitting all the raised sections. Now I'll take my airbrush and drop in some of that sky blue and thin it down to create a pale blue skin tone, and I'll hit all of the blue areas with that and then finish it off with some dark blue ink to bring the brightness down a little bit and to create some shadows around recessed areas like the eye sockets. With the blue done, now I can start to work on the white fur. So I ended up adding some extra fur over the shoulders and then blended it up into the sculpted fur just to create a better transition between the two. And then I gave the white fur a wash with a light blue wash. And then I gave it a wash with a light gray wash, just to add some depth to the fur. Otherwise, the white would be so bright that the details will just get lost in it. And once all the washes have dried, I'm going to go back over the fur with some dead white, and I'll do a dry brushing hitting all of the raised areas, and this will create a sense of depth and give character to the fur and just make it look a little bit more interesting. Now it's time for all the final details, so I'm going to touch up the teeth with some bone white since I did get some overspray on it when I was airbrushing, and then I'll paint the eyes red to give them a menacing look, and then paint the iris yellow, and then add a black pupil. I'll paint the claws with bone white and then give them a light wash with transparent burnt umber to give them a slight dirty yellow hue. I'll seal them up with Army Painter's matte varnish, and this frosty beast is ready to rock and roll. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful and inspiring in some way, shape, or form. If you give this one a shot, remember to tag me over on Instagram at the Jurassic Park Compound, because I love seeing the stuff that you guys can come up with. As always, if you need more Jurassic related content, you know where to find it. Links will be in the description box below. You guys take care, and I'll see you around the compound.